Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. It's the USC Trojans and the Penn State Nitt Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Nitt Lions head coach before the game. He is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Nitt Lions ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Jordan. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. Keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Jordan. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Pressure coming. Connection to the right. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
There's the pressure. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Penn State's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes Rocco Becht. More than 350 yards and a pair of scores in his last game.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now. And the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
Rides to the back. Got a little grass. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw. It's Beck. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship. Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Got him downfield.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the...
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Nitt Lions. Man, did he get walloped on that play.
He did. He got smashed, but what happened? He got the touchdown. That's all that matters. I don't care if I get hit, Coach. I got me a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The run inside. It's Jordan. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Well, when we're talking USC offense, it all starts with Niab and quarterback. We get that. But, David, we also know they've got to have balance. One thing Lincoln Riley has always done, no matter where he's been coaching offense, is making sure that they can run the football as well. The Trojans always recruit well at that position. They do well through the portal, and that's not going to be any different this season. They've got to be able to tote it.
It's never any different, and they will always commit to it. And I think the quarterbacks usually get the acclaim and the fame, but the running backs, man, they're always going to find those guys. Even as a young guy, King had to step in with several injuries a year ago to tote the mail. They're going to run it. They're going to commit to it. It's a huge part of Lincoln Riley's offense and the reason that they're successful.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Beck. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. This time on target. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Wants to throw it again, and why not? Trying to make magic with his feet. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. The Nitt Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They've got the screen set up.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He'll give it to People. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. And the Nitt Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here at...
And he's in! Touchdown, Penn State! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They'll go right back to him. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Hansen. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Beck. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Looks as if he's going to run it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Penn State! Great job by the back on the option. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he added the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barber. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Trojans will hustle to the line.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Wide receiver going in motion. Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Jordan. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
And I think Lincoln Riley really showed why the move to Jaden Maiava the year before was the right move. He got a little bit of experience, and then last year you saw him just absolutely take off. I think the biggest thing that stands out is always the poise. He never seems rattled. The moment never seems too big. And Palmer, another year with Lincoln Riley. Probably expect him to take even another leap this next year forward.
No question. Video game numbers loading right now for this guy. And listen, he lost some talent to the NFL draft, some first-round talent at wide receiver. But you know, in this system, you're always going to have other guys to throw to. And now that he's even this much more comfortable, expect the numbers to be off the charts. If he can stay healthy, they can win the conference and compete for a national championship.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Dropping back, it's Maiava. Finds his man down the middle. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Peoples. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Puts it out of the air. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. The Nitt Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Looking for more room. He takes it in. Touchdown, Nitt Lions.
And then linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Lockhart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the back. To throw, it's Maiava. got it behind the line. It's Jordan. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside, it's Jordan. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Williams open on the right side. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Bringing the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They were really starting to put a drive together. But after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it slips just inside that right upright. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
The Nitt Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. They'll run for it. It's Peoples. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Cyclones coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season. Here are now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Now back to your game in Happy Valley.
The Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
USC's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, this had been a concern pregame of how this team would respond to this early kick according to their time zone changes and their body clock. But he said that cannot be an excuse to start the second half. We just have to do a better job executing, and everybody has to play with more energy. I'll let you know how that feels down here on the sideline to start the second half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Stepping to the right. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off. But I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap-sound by this defense.
Finding some room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off play action. They get to him as he throws. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
The Nitt Lions going back to work on offense now. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking for a crease. It's Hansen. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff for Peoples. Oh, he got loose. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. At the end of that play, there is a Nitt Lion still shaken up and down on the field. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. The Nitt Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Runs through the tackle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Beck. Under fire. Escapes the sack. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with 3rd down and 5. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Nitt Lions are moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Peoples. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Peoples again. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with James Peoples. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Trojans will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 35. Drills in with the stiff arm. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Using his legs, it's Hansen. Maybe a crease. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll give it to him again. Breaks into the open. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Handoff for Peoples. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Now, these offenses that are built for late-game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead, and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be...
Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Rushes on him. Escape. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead he gives up the big safety.
Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's Peoples one more time. Here's a little room there. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Sowell.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run out of the gun, James Peoples. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, USC! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, here on the Penn State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Takes the handoff. It's Hansen. There's a crease. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wallace.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaking up and down on the field. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving. And
there's some room. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed near the sticks. It's Miller. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Trojans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bowman. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen.
He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They'll leave it with the lone back. Makes it past the marker. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. On the ground, it's Wallace. Plows through the defense. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. The Nittany Lions have taken it inside the 20. From the red zone, it's Wallace. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Power football with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Nitt Lions! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. Opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Makes the grab. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. All
right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab and room to run. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Get the win there now, bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game, great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.